Hey everybody, and welcome to Storytime. I'm so glad I can be here with you today. So we're going to continue to talk about how God's love is there for everybody, like really, really for everyone, no matter where you live or maybe what faith tradition you're part of or that you're not part of, or what color your skin is, or who your relatives are, and all those things that sometimes I think we think about and that makes us things that make us different. God loves all of those people. And God's love is it just keeps expanding. So someone can get lots of God's love and there's still enough for all the rest of us. And remember that when Jesus was asked what the greatest commandment is, it was to love God, first of all, and then to love our neighbor as ourselves. And our neighbor includes everyone. So the idea that we think about the differences that separate us, and that we have certain groups that we're part of or not part of, I think it would be really nice if we would start to think of those things differently and start to realize that we could see people like God sees people, which is to love and include everyone. So today we're going to read a book called When God Made You, and I love these illustrations. I think they're very beautiful, and it is by Matthew Paul Turner and illustrated by David Catrow. I wonder what they used for this. I wonder if it's something like oil pastels or some kind of paint or something. I don't know, but I think it would be fun maybe if you wanted to draw something or do a project. I think this is a cool page. Excuse me. And I think it might be fun to try to draw something like that. See, it's kind of stripy, but there are all kinds of things mixed in. And, maybe you could do that with cool crayons or oil pastels or something fun like that. So let's read When God Made You. You, when God made you all shiny and new, an incredible you, a you all your own, a you unlike anyone else ever known. An exclusive design, one God refined. You're a perfectly crafted one of a kind, because when God made you, somehow God knew that the world needed someone exactly like you. You, God thinks about you. God was thinking of you long before your debut. From the very beginning, amid history and time, you, little one, never left God's mind. God imagined your eyes, your head shape and size, and knew what you'd look like when you felt surprised. God pictured your nose and all 10 of your toes, the sound of your voice. God had it composed. The lines on your hands, your hair, every strand. God knew every detail like it was all planned. So you are made perfectly just as you are supposed to be. Out of billions of faces from cultures, all races, people God made from all different places. God knew your name. Your picture is framed. God's family without you would not be the same. Because when God made you, this much is true. The world got to meet who God already knew. Look at all those different kinds of people. Isn't that kind of magical and amazing that everybody can be so different? But still be these people who do similar things and love, have families and people they love and go to work and just go to school and things like that. So I think that's pretty amazing. All these different people. You, when God sees you, God delights in what is and sees only what's true. That you, yes, you, in all of your glory, bright color and rhyme and rhythm, bring color and rhythm and rhyme to God's story. Sorry, that was hard. So be you, fully you, a show-stopping review. Live your life in full color, every tint, every hue. Discover, explore, have faith, but love more, and learn and relearn all that God made you for. Use your talents and passions, those gifts that God fashioned. Think up ideas and then put them to action. Wonder if you have ideas you'd like to put to action. 'Cause God loves you creating, your true self displaying, when light on the inside through art is portraying. When you make believe, the stories conceived, the heroics, the magic, those tricks up your sleeve. Look at that amazing art she's making. I wonder if you like to do that. Do you ever do sidewalk chalk or something like that outside? I always really love that. And I love going past driveways where kids have done lots of sidewalk chalk. I wonder if you could do that and maybe take a picture of it and post it or send it to me. I would love that. So let's let our little creator continue. Isn't this a beautiful illustration? When you dance alone, spinning like a cyclone, being whoever, whatever, in a world all your own. I think that's beautiful. God smiles, and here's why. In the spark of your eye, a familiar reflection shines bright from inside. Oh, I think there's a big egg over here. I wonder what that is. Oh. Because when God made you and the world oohed and awed, in heaven they called you an image of God. Look at that. It's a crazy bird that is coming out of that egg. I wonder if she actually drew that and created it. You, when God dreams about you, God dreams about all that in you will be true. That you, God's you, will be hopeful and kind, a giver who lives with all heart, soul, and mind. Oh my. A dreamer who dreams in big and small themes, one who keeps dreaming in journeys upstream. That is a lot of color. A mover, a shaker, a lover of nature. I wonder if you were going to draw a crazy bird like that, what your bird would look like. I wonder if you could do that. The dog is getting to ride on the bird's beak. Do you see that? Right there. A builder of bridges, you, the peacemaker. Isn't that beautiful? Are you sometimes a peacemaker? Do you sometimes help to bring peace to situations? A you who views others as sisters and brothers and lives by 3 words. Love one another. We are called to love one another. A confident you, strong and brave too. You being you is God's dream coming true. You being you and me being me and everybody else being themselves, it's God's dream. Because when God made you, all of heaven was beaming. Uh-oh. There's a little frog down here that is like seeing this big bird coming and is not too sure what's going on. Over you, God was smiling and already dreaming. The end. I wonder what you thought about that book. I thought that was a great message, and I also just think the illustrations are super fun, and I would love it if you would maybe take that idea and do some drawing of your own. So I'm wondering if you and your grown-ups could have a talk about some different things that are kind of going on, and just as an idea, maybe you could talk about a time that maybe you have felt where something wasn't fair, where maybe you felt like someone didn't like you, or something seemed like it seemed more fair for someone else than it did for you. And I wonder, I think maybe most people have had situations where it feels like that. And I wonder if you could have a conversation about that. And I wonder if you could talk about how that makes you feel. And maybe, I know for me that feels kind of confusing and hard, like you don't understand. So so maybe have a conversation with your grown-ups, maybe at dinner or something, where you kind of talk about, again, situations where it has felt unfair to you, or like maybe someone doesn't like you and you don't really understand why. And I wonder if you could think of how that makes you feel, and then maybe if you can think about people or groups of people who maybe kind of feel that way a lot, like a lot of their experience kind of feels like it isn't completely as fair as it should be. And, see what your family can come up with further thinking around that. So I am appreciative that you're here with me. And like I said, I hope you're having a fun summer and that you're getting outside. And I hope that we'll get to come back together soon so I can hear all of your stories. And I hope you'll make some art and do something creative and make something that you just think would be fun to make. So I hope to see you soon.